Hello and welcome to Healthcare IT Today, where we explore the latest trends and interesting stories from the world of health IT. I'm Colin Ahung, and I'm about to sit down with Sri Velamoor, who is the Chief Growth and Strategy Officer at NextGen Healthcare. I wanted to ask Sri questions about AI and about their new Ambient Assist product that they just released not too long ago. I also wanted to get Sri's opinion on what we're going to be talking about in 2024 in terms of trends and in terms of technologies. I hope you enjoy this interview.
Sri, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Great to be here, Colin.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for the invite to come down to the NextGen User Conference here in Orlando, Florida. Beautiful setting. You guys made a ton of announcements this morning at the opening keynote. One of the big ones, of course, is Ambient Assist.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
So we're incredibly excited about this announcement. As you know well, physician burnout and staffing shortages are plaguing every one of the medical groups, particularly RFQHCs and community health centers that already have few resources. Getting Ambient Assist in their hands, which is AI-assisted clinical documentation, is an incredibly exciting development for us. And we're partnering with a company called Nabla, among others. So we use Google's ASR and Nabla's AI model, and then several other AI models that are in the works as well, in concert with our mobile product. And that creates a seamless interface for physicians to be able to dictate and seamlessly connect clinical documents directly back into the EHR.
I got the demo of it earlier where, you put the phone right on the desk there and we were able to have a conversation, looking each other in the eye, and then it was able to create the soap notes from it. What's next in terms of applying that AI to other areas, perhaps, of NextGen?
Yeah, what's exciting, so the developments that are coming is, so getting the soap notes in is really the first step. What's going to follow very quickly are orders. We're looking at Spanish language support for this as well. And then, of course, every clinical specialty has its own form, so we're systematically going down all the specialty areas to see where else this can have a meaningful impact. And then subsequent to that, we're going to look at coding support and things like macros that take on the next set of things that the physicians do beyond the basic soap note as well. So this should take a significant amount of the burden off.
This is just the beginning, right? Just the beginning of AI. Now, one of the other big areas of focus that came through this morning's keynote was around digital front door and patient engagement. That's definitely, you were telling me beforehand, that was an area of focus for the organizations that you deal with. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, look, consumerism is picking up in our industry, as you know well, and most of us have gotten used to using our iPhones and our Apple devices and so on to book plane tickets, make reservations, and so on. It's taken a while, but I think healthcare has finally gotten to the area where that same paradigm and that expectation from consumers is come home at this point. And this whole old notion of, hey, there's a portal over here, go log in and look at your records and go in and out of that interface, consumers are rejecting that. So we're very excited that Luma's digital front door construct is now available to our clients. So pretty much everything that they could do as an end-to-end journey can happen over their phone devices. They could do it through simple texts. The authentication process is much more frictionless, and it allows consumers to jump in at any point of their healthcare journey and just do the one transaction that they need to do instead of going through a complete process of engaging with the front office of a clinic. So you can imagine it's great for consumers, and it's fantastic for our providers who don't need front office staff being on the phone with people to help with these as well.
So we've talked about AI, biggest topic of 2023. We've talked about digital front door, which is obviously a very important topic. What other topics are you keeping your eye on or that you are looking to address coming in the new year of 2024?
Yeah, as you look at the trends in the industry, Colin, reimbursements are under pressure across the board for our clients. So this whole notion of operational resilience and financial sustainability has become critically important for all of our clients. The other area is data. We talk about AI very much, but at the end of the day, these models need to be trained on information sets, and that data is incredibly valuable, and we hear from our clients that they want to unlock the value of that data. So the two other big themes that we're focused on is helping our clients improve the health of their revenues for their practice. Everyone's trying to do more with less. They need to improve the yield that they're getting from their claims. They need to code better. They need to make sure they're capturing charges, and they need to be able to handle fee-for-service and fee-for-value contracts. So rolling out new revenue integrity capabilities that lets them add another 5 to 10% of net revenue annually is a big deal. So, and putting that money in our practices' hands help them counter some of the challenges they're seeing financially in the industry right now. So that's another big area of focus. And on the data side, we are very excited to announce that we launched our own curated data cloud. So we're partnering
Okay.
with Snowflake and with AWS currently to build an entire data environment for our clients in the cloud, where they can take their EHR data, press of a button, move it into this cloud environment. It's cleansed, it's normalized, it's organized in analytics-ready data sets for them, and they can apply any BI tool that they want, put it on top of it, and generate whatever insight they want out of it. So that puts an incredibly powerful tool in our clients' hands to manage their own performance and their practice's health. So that's also incredibly exciting.
That is. I mean, as we know, data is the new oil, right?
Data is
Especially
the new oil.
especially in healthcare. So the more data that they have access to, the more analysis they can gain and insight, I'm sure it will lead to better practices for them.
Indeed. And there's one other area too. These practices are looking for ways to diversify revenues. They've always had this notion their data was valuable but didn't know how to monetize it. So with the physicians and the patient's consent, they are now able to take this data and present it to pharma and life sciences companies through research networks and registries, and participate in this big boom of specialty pharma and clinical research that's happening. So that's another incredibly exciting opportunity for our practices.
As you look to 2024, Sri, is there anything that you're seeing on the horizon that you're concerned about or maybe excited about in terms of new technologies or new challenges that might be heading healthcare's way?
You know, I'm going to be cliched and say I'm excited about the potential for AI. Just like everybody else, I truly think it's going to be transformative, largely because if you look at the real impact of AI, it's changing the notion of how we think about jobs, and it's deconstructing jobs into a set of tasks. And when you think about everything that we do on a day-to-day basis as tasks, even if you don't use AI, what it's forcing us to do is reimagine processes and the way things work. And finally, I think we have an incentive and a disruptor that's going to force us to look at how we practice healthcare day to day, particularly in the clinics, and make changes that I think will be better for patients and physicians in the long run. So I'm very excited to see the disruption potential of this technology overall in our industry.
I look forward to it too. Sri,
Indeed.
thank you so much for being on the program today. It was
Thank
great
you for
having
me,
you.
Colin. Take care.
All right, take it
See you.
easy.
Hey, I want to thank Sri for being on the program with us today and for giving us that insight into AI and what NextGen is doing with AI in their platform. And hey, if you enjoyed this interview as much as I did, please like and subscribe. Also, head on over to healthcareitttoday.com where you can find more great content like this. I'm Colin Hung. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you on the next video.